That's right, 107.5 Up FM. We have a very, very, very special guest on the line. Good morning to Mr. Noah G. How's it going, bro?
It's going well, sir.
In 1998, you started your music career off as a singer-songwriter. You played tons of different instruments. But what sparked the change from singer-songwriter in 1998 to a massive drummer bass and dubstep producer in 2010?
Well, I don't know. I guess when I was doing the live music, I knew a little bit about drum and bass. Listening to artists like Photek and Boomerang, and really into that sound, kind of intelligent stuff. And it just kept sinking in more and more, and I guess just started taking up more and more of my time.
Sick.
The live music stuff kind of fell in the background for a bit. I still always keep that stuff close around and try to keep in practice with certain instruments and whatnot, but the electronic stuff became a career, and decided to just go full force.
Awesome. You mentioned just earlier you introduced drum bass through Boomerang and Photek, but you didn't fully get into it around 2000, about 2001. What music were you listening to besides Boomerang and Photek?
Before I really got into drum and bass?
When you were kind of just getting into things?
I've always been very diverse. I've always had a very diverse musical palette. I guess I can thank my parents for that growing up. So I've always, for a long time, I've been into hip-hop and
nice.
Rock.
Nice.
And even some folk music and reggae and dancehall and soul, funk, and just it could go quite widely across the board, really. Which I think you can hear in my sound and what I try to get across.
Yeah, and what are some of your favourite records from that earlier stage in your life?
The earlier stages in my electronic?
Yeah, and we were talking about drum and bass, dubstep.
Oh, wow. For my favorite records. Well, I mean, obviously Photek would have to be in there. Still an inspiration to me to this day, his earlier work. And I was into a lot of the metalhead sounds. It's hard to pick out a specific record. I loved the Brazilian sound that came around, 2001.
DJ Marquis and so forth.
Yeah. And those guys, that was a great movement. And Caliber, when he was the Golden Boy.
Yep.
Drum and bass, that was an excellent sound. Still, those kind of sounds, you can still play them today, and they sound just as fresh as they did back then, and that's something really important to me in music, to have that timeless quality.
Yeah, they're definitely timeless records. A lot of those, especially DJ Marquis, I still sneakily chuck it in the set or on the radio show. But you've supported worldwide DJs such as Scream. You've got DJ Hype, N-Type, Bassnecker, Glitch Mob, Benga, just like everyone. How does it feel to play alongside some of the industry heavyweights?
Oh, it's cool. It's definitely cool. I mean, a lot of these guys, are basically friends at this point, and so it's nice to have big inspirations so close, Yeah,
and do you feel, when you're playing alongside these guys, do you feel the need that you have to bring the noise as such?
I feel the need to really bring my own noise, I guess you could say. My own special, unique noise. That's pretty much any time I'm playing any show, one of the first things I think about I should say, I always, when I first step up to the decks, I want the first impression that people have to be like, okay, something different is happening now.
Yep.
Right away, okay, this guy's on and he's going to show us something a little bit different. So.
Wicked. So 5 minutes before you set, what's going through your head? What are you thinking? Like, are these tunes going to be good? What's going on?
Before I step to the deck?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like what I just said, sometimes, let's say most of the time DJs come up and try to start with something really big, has a lot of impact.
Yep.
And I like to do that, but it's not always necessary. The outcome isn't always necessarily like an explosive kind of thing for me. Sometimes if the DJ before me has just been playing a bunch of huge bangers, I'll try to come on with something that's a bit deeper or has some standout musical quality to it, just so it stands out from what was just being played. It doesn't have to be so different that someone feels like their mind was just blown.
It is a good feeling to blow someone's mind.
Yeah, it is good, but it's my main objective is just to make sure that it was different than what people have just been hearing, at least within the last 20 minutes or something, just so it catches people's ear right away. It doesn't need to be hard, it doesn't need to be soft, it just needs to be
just right. Okay, so 2009 was pretty massive for you, Seriousness just destroyed dance floors in Germany, England, everywhere, New Zealand, you name it. What have you got in store for 2010?
Well, there's a few singles coming. The next release, I believe, that I have slated and about streets is on Rowena out of Holland. It's a full melody single. The A side is called My Vitamin Pillbox Nikes. And maybe one of the strangest titles I've come up with. It's a slight nod to Bob. Everyone gets that. And the other track is called The Love. The single is a little step out of my usual. Both tunes have some depth to them and a bit of hip-hop flavor. Upcoming soon, look out for that one. And I've just signed up with Hench out of Jake's label to do a couple projects.
Cool.
The first one is a tune that me and Mensa did together. Mensa is an up-and-coming guy out of Bristol as well. He's an awesome producer. And that tune is called Cashmere, and we're going to do a collaborative 12.
Cool.
First Hench project, and there may be some more after that. And the biggest plan for me right now is I'm starting to write an album, which will be my first full-length album. And it's just really in the works right now. Starting to get ideas together and what I really want to try to accomplish with it. But that's going to be my main focus.
Wicked. So, you're coming down for the Easter weekend. You're flying all the way from the States to New Zealand, dirty old New Zealand in the middle of nowhere. What can we expect from your set, man?
Well, try to bring... I always try to keep it heavy and appropriate for the dance floor, but really...
I think you're going to have to bring it pretty heavy in New Zealand, man. We love it dark and dirty down here, mate.
Yeah, I like... I'm not like the darkest, dirtiest guy on the block. I like to keep it street. I like to keep it
gangster.
Musical vibe in there, even a little sexy here and there. I don't go into like disco diva stuff.
Reva Star.
I've been feeling a lot of grime vibes. Got some excellent Cara Danger tunes play for you guys. Joker, Mensa, Jake, some Anti-Serum, 12th Planet, Babylon System.
You going to be getting into any of the New Zealand dubstep? Maybe some Optimus grime?
I definitely have some monster tunes from Truth.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely massive.
There's actually talks about us working on some material together as well. They approached me recently, so I don't know if that stuff will be ready for the tour, but who knows? Hopefully, man. And that's going to be an absolutely marvellous tour. But we'll let you get on your way. You're waiting for your plane. But thank you very much, Noah D. It's been an absolute pleasure, mate. Bye.
Oh, Noah D there. What a nice fella.